Thought I would come out and make a quick video of just how I've been progressing out here since we started doing our little micro farm, or some people coin this, I guess, creating a food forest, which is exactly what it is that we're doing. So I'll walk around and kind of show where I am in my own personal food forest here. So I'll give you all a quick tour. So this is my greenhouse area. Down here is one of my first coops that I've put together. This is going to be for quail. Above, I've got tons of plants growing. I've got carrots, white egg, turnips, jalapenos, cilantro, ajicitos, sage, basil. That's just in that area right there. I've got eggplants, bell peppers, cucumbers. We got pole beans. I'm sorry. We've got these chili peppers growing too, colorful beets, dark star zucchini, tomatoes, plenty of those different types. These are wildflowers over here that are growing. I'll be putting those out by the bees. So that's what we have going on inside the greenhouse right now, and this is another quail hutch that I'm currently putting together down here. So this will be a greenhouse slash quail area, but I have quite a few plants started in here. But I also have created a rather large garden, so I'll give you a tour. That's my dog. She's just learning to be an outdoor farm dog. She's an indoor dog, or previously, but she's learning. Chickens, you guys have seen these already. We'll walk around there. It's the afternoon, so they're all being lazy right now, but there they are in their little area. Out here, this is the garden that I've been working on. We're going to start down here we're going to have corn going down these rows, just a little for us. On the poles, we'll have, on the trellises, cucumbers, tomatoes, and pole beans, and then we'll have some different types of plants in between. Over here, we're going to have potatoes growing in this area. This is all part of the garden. I just haven't hoed it out to where you can for usage yet for planting stuff. But the areas that you see that are hoed out, these areas actually are being used. Over here, there's yellow onions that were planted, so those are in a couple of those rows. And also I have garlic, which we've never grown before. I'm excited. And then around the perimeter, they call it perimeter potato growing. It keeps other weeds from coming in. So around the garden, I've been just making a wall and putting potato plugs in, and I'm just going to let the potatoes kind of keep out all the weeds. So we'll see. It was something I watched on YouTube, so from another person, but they seem to have good success with it. These out here, these are little blueberries. I got a couple of little ones that are started, like this guy right here. I'm not even sure if you can see that, but there he is. And then I've got some larger ones. So I've got blueberries going. This first, sorry, my hat flew off. It's always windy out here. That's a peach tree that we put down, so we're gonna have a peach. Obviously it won't be fruit that I'll have this year or next year, but a few years from now. And then as I get out further into the garden, there's some other trees that I have as well. This one coming up right here, this is a plum, and these plums grow fine in this particular area of Georgia. So I got a plum here. I've got another plum coming up right down here because I like plums. And then a fruit tree that I really like are figs. And so I've got a couple of those too. Right here, I got a young fig. I think this one's called a celestial fig. and then the one over here is a turkey fig. So I've got 2 figs. I'm trying to see if these will come back. They don't look good right now, but the overall stalk coming up, the main stalk to them, is still green. That was a lemon tree from Florida. It may make it, it may not, I don't know. It got cold. We had a kill freeze here, so the citrus took a pounding. This is an orange tree. It's called a dwarf orange. The branches are all still green, so I'm going to assume this one will come back, but the kill freeze did knock out all the leaves on it, killed the tips of the branches, so we'll see. This is a key lime that we're coming up on. Again, this is a tropical tree. Now, the branches inside, I'm seeing some green ones, so it may come back. I don't know. It may not. Key lime, this is pretty far north for a key lime to grow in, so I'm not holding my breath on that one. Over here, this monstrosity that you see with all the branches and trellis work over it, this is for blackberries and raspberries. I was reading that they like to grow along the edge of forests. They like to grow onto a lot of dead foliage, so everything that I kind of chopped down as far as trees, I laid out in this area right here, and then I've got on this side raspberries that I've got that'll start to sprout out in the next week or two, and on the other side I've got blackberries. So what the idea is, these little guys will grow, you know, up over the trellis, work their way into it, and then the wood itself over time breaks down, gives them plenty of fertilizer for years to come, plus they can weave in and out of this stuff. So we'll see, but according to some of the folks that have done this, they've had some really good berry results. Over here is just a little makeshift trellis. I've got on this side, that's a red grape, and on the other side it's a green grape. They're still dormant, they haven't woken up yet, but you can see the little sticks down there. Those are actually grapevines. They'll start to grow, and then we'll have them just grow over this trellis. If I need to add a trellis next to it, if the vines start to get crazy, then I'll just add another trellis. Out here, this is going to get all wildflowers right in this area. I'm going to put 2 more cinder blocks out there, but the beehive's going to go on that. Now I won't have the bees until April. That's when they ship out, but I'm pretty excited about that. Just honey for one thing, because that's nice. Honey's expensive, but the other thing is they're really going to help with you know, the garden, because they're going to help pollinate everything from the trees out here to all the vegetables I have going, the whole 9 yards. So, but this is again just what my garden looks like. I'll go through a little bit more with everything that goes down in it once I have everything down in it. Right now I just got the corn put in. It hasn't sprouted yet. I put these lines of twine over it to try to keep the birds off of it so that they don't peck out the seeds, because they're bad about that, but we'll see if it works. These little piles, these are roots that have all been pulled out of this garden area. So as far as clearing land, if the land's never been cleared before for gardening, it's a lot of work. I mean, a lot of work. I've got blisters. I've been clearing this stuff for well over, 6 weeks now. This is more roots, but I'm composting them. They're breaking down, and eventually I'll, once they're composted nice enough, then I'll put them around the fruit trees. This particular compost. I have another compost that I'm using for the garden that I'm making. So anyways, that's pretty much what I've been doing in a nutshell. When things start to come in, and she's sweet. Look at these, they're all so cute, these little chickens. But when everything starts to come in and is green, then I'll do another walkthrough and show everybody just how well everything's growing in, hopefully. And then when I harvest it as well. So anyways, just wanted to show what I was doing out here. Everybody have a great day. And my little end logo that I always like to say is just always try to be prepared. We're in some strange times. Everybody take care.